Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to today's reading. I want to start the reading by reminding you that you are not an island. And the reason I am starting this reading by making that statement is because from a lot of the collective, there has been this overwhelming emotionality that also has a twinge of loneliness to it that feels like going through deep, intense emotional experiences, but also at times feeling really isolated within those ironically shared experiences. Whatever you are bringing to this reading, whatever you are feeling in this moment, remember that you are not alone. You are so incredibly spiritually supported in more ways than we are able to consciously perceive from our physical human perspective. And beyond that, whatever you are carrying with you at this time, whether it's some kind of physical circumstance or condition, a condition within a certain relationship in your life, whether it's an emotion that's become really heavy, know that this is showing up for you for a reason, but also that you are capable of feeling and breathing and shifting your way through this. And really my goal through these reading videos is to make you feel less alone on this highly spiritual journey you are on through this incarnation at this time, but also to re-empower you to be able to shift into the highest version of yourself. So I am starting today by actually shuffling a new traditional tarot cards deck that I just purchased. So we are christening this deck within this reading. While I am shuffling, I do want to introduce myself to those of you who are new to this channel. So if you are new here, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself. Sorry, the energy I was feeling as I started shuffling these cards kind of caused me to trip over my words a little bit. On this channel, we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. So I'm starting by shuffling these traditional tarot deck cards, and it's helpful if you set some type of an intention for this reading. It isn't necessary by any means, so only do this if you feel guided to it. Also, if you do like this video and subscribe to this channel, both of these actions are forms of energetic transference, and this energy transfer does allow me to pick up more easily on your energy. So the first card to come out here, and for some reason I'm already getting chills all over. I feel that I am sensing so many of you bringing your unique, powerful energy to this reading. So thank you so much for bringing that energy here to this virtual space on YouTube. We really are co-creators here. But anyway, the first card to come out is the Hanged Man. I just heard in between two things. Feeling trapped, confined, self-limiting, needing release, waiting. And I'm hearing to some, this feeling of waiting may feel like almost a stop on something, feeling like something has come to a pause or a stopping point or a void, and not really being sure how to move forward. And of course, the affirmation on this card is it's time for a sacred pause. And with that word sacred, I did hear sacred connection, which can be indicative of divine connection. So someone here could be experiencing this period of pause within a very highly spiritual connection. And that could be why this card is coming up here right away. I'm also getting that whoever I'm picking up on, I saw a J name. For some reason, I heard the name Jeremy or saw a name with a J in it for someone. Do keep in mind, whenever I channel specific words, letters, names, details, these are, of course, meant for specific individuals. So always use your intuition. Only take the messages that connect with you personally. Know that many of these details come through for different specific people, but don't necessarily mean that if you don't resonate with some of the details, the message isn't for you. Your intuition always knows what to take from these readings. So trust that inner guidance. I'm also getting a lot of watery energy. So someone here could be a water sign or have water sign energy in their birth charts. I'm seeing something specifically about Pisces, either Pisces season or Pisces energy. This also can simply indicate a very spiritual but also very emotional energy. And as I was saying that, the card King of Cups reversed came out here. And I'm seeing that there is a divine feminine here in a very spiritual divine connection that feels like it's on pause. I heard a name with an M, potentially an M-E-R. Someone who only looks out for themselves is what the King of Cups can sometimes represent. I also wanted to say the word selfish, but as that word came out, it also sounded synonymous with the word wounded. It's not that this person, this masculine energy coming through here, that this divine feminine is connected with, is necessarily trying to be only looking out for themselves. It's that they came from some type of environment where they felt potentially in childhood that they had to look out for themselves. Yeah, frustration, spiritual awareness. This is the Five of Pentacles in the reverse position. I'm getting here that this masculine is someone who might be struggling in a workplace environment. They might be unemployed or in a position where finances are a major concern for them or a major focus in kind of a negative way for them at this time, causing them a lot of stress. But what I also see, and the complicated thing about this connection, is there is a very deep awareness on the part of the feminine of a highly spiritual bond between herself and this masculine. But at the same time, it's almost like the awareness of how spiritual their connection is. And I'm seeing something about the month of December for someone. The awareness of the spirituality of this connection almost causes pain for this divine feminine at times. With the card Release Your Ex, the time has come to clear your energy. Yeah, I feel that someone has been feeling very nostalgic here. Potentially the divine feminine has been thinking a lot about the past with this person. Maybe this masculine coming through is someone you dated in the past, someone you would consider to be an ex. But this also could be just a sign of reflecting on the past and feeling almost as though the past version of this connection or this person is holding you or weighing you down. And you just feel this desire to be free. There's almost this sense of entrapment in the past of this connection, because what I'm getting is you and this person may have gone through some kind of a honeymoon stage or a period of time in the past where things between you were very good, where they were very harmonious, where this person opened up to you more. This often happens, especially in twin flame connection. And I'm getting that it's almost as though from other people's perspective, divine feminine, it may look like you are in love with an illusion when you remain connected to this person. But it's not that you're in love with an illusion. It's not that you're delusional. It's that you are highly spiritual. And the beautiful and painful thing about this is I hear like living for potential or loving potential. Your friends or people around you may say you can't be in love with someone for their potential. And maybe that's what you feel at times from a human perspective you're doing here in this situation. But you're wondering, why can't I let this person go if I'm really just loving them for this brief part of our past or for this illusion of who I want them to be? It's not that you're in love with an illusion, Divine Feminine. It's that you have this spiritual gift of being able to see someone's higher self within their lower self. And this is, I'm getting kind of choked up channeling into your energy because I feel this hasn't been an easy gift for you to have, because it's one of those spiritual gifts that other people around you may not even see as a gift, and you yourself may see it as a negative thing, or dismiss it, or think there's something wrong with you for being able to see such great potential in others, specifically masculines who may come into your life romantically. But the thing here is, it's not that something is wrong with you. You are able to hold space for the higher aspects of those to whom you connect in a way that very, very few are capable of doing. This is a rare gift. However, from your human perspective, it feels like this gets you into a bind sometimes in love, where you are seeing and connecting with someone's highest version of self, but their physical 3D self is dragging their feet and aligning with those higher aspects. And that can be really frustrating and also confusing for you to navigate. So, wow, I don't think I've ever channeled a message quite like this for you, Divine Feminine, in these readings. And I'm really wanting to read more into your energy, into this beautiful spiritual gift that you clearly have. And I see this gift having been developed very much recently. So in the extended version of this reading on Patreon, I will be channeling more into this spiritual gift you have, Divine Feminine, to see and hold space for the higher self of any person you connect with. But specifically, I see this gift revealing itself a lot in love connections, and specifically affecting this highly divine connection that may have been felt as though it was on pause or is on pause in the physical in some ways. So we will be channeling more details and information on that through the Patreon Soul Tribe. So if you would like to learn more information about joining our beautiful group on Patreon, the link to that is in the pinned comments and description box under this video. But there's something else really powerful coming through here for you, Divine Feminine. This feels separate from the heaviness emotionally that you may be dealing with as your mind kind of goes potentially around in circles back and forth around this love situation or this person, because the card to come out here that is really coming strongly, there is a momentous energy around this card is. And sorry, the microphone just got bumped because, again, the energy is so intense here. This is the 10 of Coins card. This is the yes card. This is your wishes being fulfilled. I keep hearing self-actualization, like you are self-actualizing. You are carrying this vibrant, beautiful aura around yourself that is highly magnetic. And specifically, this can speak to unexpected increase in your finances. So I see all of these barriers being broken down when it comes to abundance, specifically physical abundance for you, Divine Feminine. And as I was speaking there, 2 more cards came out. And of course, one of these is the 2 of Coins card, which can very much indicate a strong spiritual partnership of some kind in love, but also a balancing of potentially your Divine Feminine, internal masculine and feminine energies. This is also sometimes a twin flame card in the deck as well. And what I see with the other card to come out here, the Three of Coins upright, this speaks to collaborating, to developing a sense of groundedness around not just what you do for work, although what you do for work may and will begin to align more and more with what you consider to be your life purpose. That alignment process is well underway, or may even be fully in place for many of you listening. But really what I'm getting from this card is you being someone who is considered to be very confident, very accomplished, very successful, but I see a balanced form of success, an aligned success coming in for you. I'm hearing perfectionist. So someone I'm picking up on here, you might be someone who is very much a perfectionist in your life or your work. And perhaps in the past, you were able to manifest a level of what the world calls success, whether it was in regards to your health, your physical body, your passions, your work, whatever the case was. But there may have been times in the past where you found success, or what the world considered to be success, but without balance. The beautiful thing happening now is things are balancing out for you energetically. So not only are you going to be able to experience that success, that abundance, but you're going to be able to experience it in a way that is in alignment with your soul blueprint. And whenever I channel these messages on your soul blueprint, Divine Feminine, I literally see this illustration in my third eye of this map laid out for you, all drawn out beautifully by your soul in a way that only your soul can understand it. And then I see you, your physical human hand, laying another map on top of it that is somewhat transparent, so you can see through and see how everything lines up. And for most people, that soul blueprint, the underlying map, and what they overlay are very much disaligned. But for you, awakened one, beautiful soul, those two maps, those blueprints, what you are architecting, what you are creating in the physical, doing in the physical, and what your soul intended, planned, designed for you are very much in alignment and coming into even greater alignment. And that is why you are becoming so magnetic for the things that you desire in life, and going to see those things showing up more and more in your daily reality, because you are living in alignment with your soul's blueprint, with what you came here to be and to do. It almost makes me feel emotional seeing this, you with your blueprint, your soul creating this blueprint, your physical self overlaying this other one, because I feel this has been a long journey in this incarnation for you to reach this point of aligning in this way. And your guides just are showering you with so much pride and adoration. And I really hope that's something you can perceive and feel and let into your being throughout this process. So as I was rambling on about just how beautiful and radiant you are, another card came in here. And this is really interesting. The Three of Wands in the upright position. Hard work paying off, self-belief, self-confidence, travel, moving abroad, foreign land, foresight. So for some of you, you might be physically relocating. I heard daydreaming. So you might be meditating and then suddenly you're struck by this daydream of you being in some other type of beautiful location. And this could be a home you want to live in, a place you want to be. Know that these daydreams are not coincidental, and they are not imaginings constructed from your conscious mind. This is actually you seeing through your third eye, especially if these daydreams come naturally, they just flow to you in meditation. Your guides want you to know you're being given this spiritual foresight of what is on the way to you, what is coming to you. So again, there could be some kind of move in your future, getting a new place to live, changing locations. If you are involved in some kind of spiritual connection, and in this case, I use that term loosely. This could be platonic, this could be romantic, but I do see a very strong soul bond here and a coming together between yourself and that person in a way that I just felt this lighting up in my heart chakra in a way that just makes your heart soar. And perhaps that's something you've been daydreaming about or planning about. Know that that is something you are picking up on through the higher intelligence of your third eye. So your spirit guides have been very talkative in this reading so far. So in the extended version of the reading on Patreon, we will be channeling more detailed messages, divine feminine, from your spirit guides, from your higher self, what advice and guidance they might have for you at this time. So again, the link to that extended reading is in the pinned comments and description box under this video. But for now, I do want to know more about that Hanged Man card that came up in the beginning. And I said it felt like someone was between two things, or in some kind of a divine pause, a sacred pause, possibly even within a sacred connection, such as a soulmate or twin flame situation. So I want to know, can I get some clarification about this Hanged Man card? Okay, so part of why you're feeling stuck on this is I see other people being overly factored into this equation, potentially subconsciously, and this might be making it difficult for you to make a decision about something or see a situation clearly. Because with the Hierophant in the reverse position, this speaks to challenging tradition, non-conformity, unconventional relationships, unconventional lifestyles. Whereas the Two of Swords reversed represents indecision, delays, postponements, seeing the truth. So I'm getting that for many listening, there is a challenge coming up here where there are parts of yourself or parts of the way you want to live your life or do your relationships, potentially, especially if this is a highly sacred connection. I'm sensing other people don't understand it. They don't get it, so to speak. If this is your work, you could have this feeling as though, what will my family think? I'm getting very strong family energy from this, not for everyone, but for some. For others, this could just be a generalized feeling of, what will society think? What will people think if I start posting about my passion online, or if I start this business, if I start sharing more of who I truly am with the world? I feel that you've come to this point where you know yourself very deeply, and as you should, because you are a very ancient soul. This is not your first incarnation. But at the same time, I'm getting this feeling that because you are so empathic, you absorb other people's reactions to you, and you are also very intuitive. So you are capable of interpreting how people will react to you. So what happens is, you often close yourself off or won't share certain things or won't put yourself out there in certain ways because you are so intuitive. You know how others are going to react if you are to do or say that thing. And even if they try to pretend and react differently, you are so empathic that you see the truth. You pick up on how they're really feeling. And Your light is so powerful. I just saw the number 444 for someone. Your light is so powerful that it illuminates. Inevitably, completely, you illuminates truth. Truth sometimes within the deep recesses of other people that they themselves are not ready to face, and therefore they reject you or reject your choices, judge your choices or decisions, but really it's because they are projecting an inner self-judgment coming from feeling so illuminated internally by your light, by your essence, by the powerful spiritual energy that surrounds you. And your guides are telling you here, don't let those who are afraid of their own shadows prevent you from shining your light or cause you to dim your light. And I feel that when it comes to this next elevation, this evolution along your soul's path, that is going to be the next major lesson that takes you to the next level. How to have the courage to fully and unapologetically make your own choices, following your own soul's guidance, and not just making those choices, but having the courage to be that, to express that without feeling the need to dilute yourself because of your awareness of how they might react to you. Wow, very, very intense messages coming through. And I'm also getting that if you're feeling stuck in a particular thing or in a relationship, in a job, the ego might try to tempt you to look externally, to force yourself to move or to make some kind of choice or decision prematurely. But your higher self here is guiding you to the inner work. It's guiding you to reach a point of clarity and knowing of how to move forward by removing everything and everyone else from the equation and really tapping into that core soul knowing, that heart knowing within yourself. And of course, synchronistically, all paths lead home, inner authority, intuition, trust your gaze within. I'm really feeling guided because I feel that for many of you, there may be two different routes that you're sensing at this time. And this could be two different ways to handle a relationship, a situation, a certain career choice, a job choice, whatever the case is. And so in the extended, for those of you who feel like you're dealing with two different possible routes here, I'm going to channel some information from your guides about potential outcomes if you were to choose either of these routes, so to speak. I've never really done a reading quite like that before, but I think it would be fun and really insightful. So again, that extended information about moving forward, finding clarity on whatever could be causing you internal conflict at this time will be on the Patreon reading, which is linked in the pinned comments and description box. But with the All Paths Lead Home card, at the end of the day, it is your inner authority, your intuition. This card says, turn your gaze within. Anytime you feel overwhelmed, what your ego may label as over emotional, drained, know that nothing is going wrong. That is simply you, meaning your higher self, calling you, your physical self, back home, back to a sanctuary, to a period of rest and recharge. And coming back to the self, because you are doing and affecting, impacting so much more than you know, which does at times drain you or cause you to feel tired. And that is okay. Know that, again, you are simply by your presence here on earth and by sharing whatever you are sharing, doing whatever you are doing, you are having this immense uplifting impact on everything around you, even those things you may not be able to consciously see. And the final beautiful card to close this reading is Sacred Convergence. This is the number 11 card. So I'm just going to read a little bit from the guidebook here. sacred convergence indicates a coming together of souls in alignment with a greater cause. This oracle comes with a special message. Perhaps you have been thinking about shedding lower vibrational connections based in the ego world of power games, sabotage, manipulation, and fear. Perhaps you have already begun this process, or even shed so many that you are fearing you might have over-pruned to be left with nothing and no one. Do not fear, feisty angel of love. Your truth is prevailing. You cannot stay in a vibration of fear if you want to dwell in a vibration of love. Wow, really beautiful message. Don't be afraid of the illuminating power and impacts of your own inner light, which is now shining and more radiant than ever before. I am so grateful that you are here, that you are energetically tuned into this reading, a co-creator and part of our beautiful soul family on YouTube. If you would like to now head over with me to the extended reading, you can find more information on that under this video in the pinned comments or description box. Otherwise, I am wishing you a beautiful, magical rest of your day and weekend, and I will talk to you again in Monday's reading.